Only God can take your suffering and prepare you for your success. He can take you from your breaking point and take you to your breakthrough. It is God who can turn down the volume of whatever you have lost and raise up the volume of your victories. Because nothing is impossible for God. And now we want to invite Philomena Fernandes to share with us her life's testimony of how God enabled her in spite of all the challenges that she faced in her life to make it possible to use her gifts to magnify God. Philomena is a fellow word minister from Holy Family Parish.
So it was a lovely introduction. Thank you, Irma. I've been a word minister since 2015. Yeah, but I'm here to share with you who I am today. Okay? Someone who's here who never knew how to speak, who never knew, who had stage fear, of course. And here I am very confidently speaking about Jesus. Jesus who made me who I am. Yeah? So for me, Ephesians 2:10. So Ephesians 2:10 says, God has created me in Jesus already through His handwork, much in advance to do His will. Okay? So today, many of us may be here figuring out, my life is so dull, my life is full of challenges, I don't have this, I don't have that. And I was like one of you many, many years ago. So I'm a girl born and brought up in Mumbai, in Chakala. Got married in a very wealthy family in Goa. Super rich, okay. The best family rather in the whole village. We had a factory. So to the boy, my husband had a factory who already owned at that time. And eventually, after maybe first year of marriage, we already started facing financial losses. Super financial, humongous financial losses, and it just went on and on. And sometimes financial losses are like a deep well, right? You just keep digging and it just keeps going deeper. Okay? It never filled and things were getting worse. Now when you're in a very wealthy family, what happens? What happens when you're in a very wealthy family? Tell me.
You sit back and
people, yeah. And also people look up to you. And then when there's one part of that family which is going down, the others also stop supporting after a while, which is fair, correct? Why should they give away? Because you have dug your well, you be a part of it. No, why should the whole family be involved? So after a point, they started breaking away. So we were the black sheep, my husband and me. In that event, also what happened was, it's been 5 years of marriage, no bacha. So no paisa, correct? No paisa to hey, now no child also. And in a place like Goa, what happens, right? How many Goans here? What happens in Goa? You're the talk of the town. Every fellow comes to your house, or every person coming to your house will say, "Arey, azun burgya jao na, sarke no." Yeah. So every second, every person, forget second, every person coming in the house, and then obviously you also have your in-laws who are a part of that and say, Yaka boy, azun burgya jao na. So even if they don't say, somebody says. So anyway, So this was what happened, and then financial losses. So no respect, no child, no money. Absolutely in not depression, I would say, but in super pain in my heart. Why? Because I did not have anybody else to fall back on, also because I had lost my parents much before I could get married. Okay, so I don't have a family to go and talk to somebody back home. So I'm only there, the only person I can talk to is my husband. And poor fellow, what he'll also tell, he's also going through the same, right? So we would turn back to each other and sleep and cry. He would have his kind of emotions, me my kind, and so that's how things went on. But I'm sure God had a plan for me, right? He was working already through my sufferings. He was helping me to be much closer to Him. So, what is the least we can do, tell me? Because I'm a Catholic, as normal. My mom would take me to Sunday Mass, and that was all about being Catholic. Every time, only Sunday Mass. Okay? Beyond that, there's no religion. That's how we were grown, right? And obviously, because she passed away, what I could figure out was I just had to read the Bible and I had to go for mass. These were two things. Now, because all my jewelry also had gone, and I want to go for mass. Now, all you Goans will know, Bangar is important. Correct, na? Misa, good clothes, ani, Bangar is very important. Now, I want to go for mass, what to do? So we would travel like good 10 kilometers to go to another church where no one knew us. So that's how we attended mass for good 4 years when I was in Goa. Okay, so when I came back now, why did I come back? Now then, my daughter was born after 5 years of marriage. Now there came a point when, we didn't have 10 rupees, though we had the factory running. We didn't have 10 rupees to buy milk for my child. And I think that was my turning point, right? I just surrendered to the Lord and I said, why? It's okay, I suffered, my husband suffered, but not this child. Why this child? Now, you have given me time, you have given me skills. I left my job for Mumbai Railway. Can I go and earn at least for this little angel that you have given me? So I spoke to my husband, and that's when we both agreed that yes, I should come back to Bombay and start working because I already had my sister here. I could stay with her, and now you know what happens now? When you're the black sheep of the family, and when you're staying in a joint family, I don't know how many of you all still do, then you are supposed to do all the now when I was coming, which means the free maid was going, right? So what happens with that? There was a lot of disturbance in the family, and everyone like, no, 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 you please don't go. Things will get better, this and that. I said, no, now I have to. And I think as a mother, the mother in me was more stronger than the wife, than the daughter-in-law, than the sister-in-law. I said, no, I have to go. I have to go for her. Yeah. Anyway, there was a lot of disturbance even after that, and a lot of fights and stuff took place. Obviously, because if when it is work in the family, then fights will happen, no? When everything is coming on the table, everything is shushai. But the minute you have to start working for the family, then there is a lot of disturbance. Anyway, so that is that side of the story. I came to Mumbai. I started work the very next day. But there was something very deep within me which was still stopping me from, not stopping me, but there was an emptiness which I don't know how I could fill. So I just started going for mass. 9 years, my dear brothers and sisters, I attended mass regularly. I don't know why, but I have attended mass regularly. But no, what happens when you go for mass? You remember everything else other than being present for the Eucharist. No, it takes you all over the world. But thankfully, Lord used to get me back, and Baba, you focus on the mass. Even half an hour focusing was very difficult. Why? Because You have so many things you want to do, you have so many things you want to achieve in your life and things like that. Now, one fine day, it was my birthday, okay, so I told the Lord, I said, now see, everything is, whatever happened, happened, so many years went by, I've gathered little money. Now, you know what, I want to do my MBA, okay? Now, please help me get my admission and all, because I have enough money which I can pay my fees. And by then, we had already kind of partially cleared off the loan and stuff like that in Goa, so it was okay, now I could afford to study. And it was in my church during my morning mass, the 7:30 a.m. Eucharist. Just before that, while I was at the crucifix praying with my hand on his feet on the nail, I could hear a voice say, "No, Philomena, you will study my word." And when I opened my eyes, I could see nobody and nothing, but that voice stayed. I couldn't figure out what it is because I didn't even know what my word is. As I told you, I'm a normal Christian, you know, Sunday going mass and then coming back home. That's it. So I couldn't figure out what it was, and there was a deep burning within my heart, and I just didn't know what to do. Now, that was the year when my daughter was in the third standard. Usually, we attend the faith formation is in the fourth standard in our parish. I don't know here, but for the parents of the first Holy Communicants, the faith formation is on the when the kids are in the fourth standard. But that year, being the third standard, I said instead of wasting time outside, I should just go and attend Anastasia and her sessions which were being taken for a faith formation. Yeah, so then at that moment I said, I don't know what is this happening. But I said, if somebody comes and tells in that faith formation, because it was a Friday which when I got my call, and Sunday was the faith formation class. So if someone comes and tells now that you have to study the word, then I will think that the call is from you, otherwise, forget it, I don't know what it means. Yeah? So Sunday came and I attended the faith formation club. I didn't specify it has to be at the faith formation. Okay, I said someone has to tell me. So the whole session was over, and Anastasia obviously was not there for that session. And then in the last 5 minutes, the final prayer was over, and out of somewhere she comes. I don't know where she was, and she comes and she says, "All those who want to study the word of God have come in." And I'm like, my God, now what is this? This is like really getting too much now because I still don't understand what is the word of God. And then I happen to call her up and she brings the forms and stuff and she keeps everything ready for me, and finally I go to be the word minister. So it was a 2.5 year course, and my journey of using my talents actually started from there. Okay? Obviously, I became the team leader there. I don't know why and how. Angela is my fellow word minister with whom I finished my course. Then I was elected in the parish council. I don't know why. Yeah, but the Lord uses you through your sufferings, through your talents to do His will for His greater glory. Even today, my dear brothers and sisters, I'm not supposed to be standing here. When Anastasia asked me to come for this, I said, give me some time. I did not accept it because after all this success, sometimes as women, or I think as human beings, when success hits your head, you never want to go back, right? Correct? Do you like going back to square one? Never, never, yeah. So this year, after everything, right, I achieved a lot in my organization. I achieved a lot in my parish. And I achieved it because God was with me. Because Jesus was my backbone. And in the month of December, my office tells me, now you have to go back to Goa in the branch. And I am like, no ways, I'm not going back to the place I came from. Though I came with a zero. Now there is enough that I could fall back on, but I don't want to go back. You know that? Which means I have to leave all my positions in the church. right? I have to leave everything that I'm doing here for God and I have to go back. And it was very difficult. 3 months, that is Jan, Feb, March, I literally struggled fighting with God that why another U-turn in my life. I took a U-turn in my life that time to come to Mumbai with nothing in hand, no 10 rupees as I mentioned. And now you still want me to go back to that place. I don't know. I don't know how to go there and do. Okay, I go back, fine, I work, but I want to serve the Lord. How do I do that then? I don't want to do. And it was a tremendous struggle. And finally, I think with a lot of conversation with God, I in the end of February, no, I think mid of March, I said, okay, here I am. You do your will. Okay? So I surrender. Now, because it's another 15 days and I have to resume on the 1st of April, I said, fine, Lord, I bow down to your holy will and I am going. So I started packing, almost everything was done. Got my daughter ready. The worry why did not want to go back also was because I had to leave my daughter here. She's 19 now, but I bought her when she was 5 months. So 19 and she plans to study or go abroad next year. And this is my final year with her, for whom I struggled all my life. I have to leave her and go. And in the last end where we can actually be together, that was hitting me as a mother. So Anastasia, like 5 to 3 minutes, yeah. Okay, so I did not want to go. Yeah. But I surrendered to the Lord and I said, yes, if this is your will, if you have walked with me so many years, if you have taken care of her so many years, if you have taken care of me, fed me so many years, I think if it's your will that I should go back, I should go back. And all said, I have to go back. On 26th of March, I get a call from an organization. And till today, my dear brothers and sisters, brothers are there, but sisters, I have not uploaded my CV on any of the web portals. But I got a call. My interview went on for 2.5 hours. Okay, they offered me. They liked everything that I said. They offered me a position in Mumbai, a much better position to what I was before in my organization. Today I'm a Chief People and Strategy Officer in this company. So, in 6 days, just 6 days, God changed everything. He ensured I am here in Mumbai, working for His greater glory. He just wants to know I am willing to surrender to His plan. He will make a way. He knows best where we should be. He knows best where to use our talents, where to use our skills, as long as we are using it for His greater glory. Thank you.